Guys, where do I begin, right? I'm gonna begin with some caffeine to clear my throat. Let's go over the weekend because this is not just about Kelvin and Cannonier. By the way, let's jump off there, in fact. Kelvin and Cannonier, hell of a fight. It was very good. I was a little annoyed at the announce team because they were insisting that Cannonier was winning the fight. I thought they were wrong, for one. I still maintain that they are wrong. However, I'm now in a little bit of a weak position, considering the announce team saw it the exact same way as the judges. So, okay, Chael's on third base wearing a catcher's mitt. That's not the first time. I like to sit back and talk about judges, but I don't actually want to sit at that desk and do it myself. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. But it was a very competitive match, and Cannonier ended up getting a whole lot of respect for his defense, which generally is not how a fight is done. I mean, generally, under the 10-8 must system, and it really doesn't matter if you're talking unified rules or if you're talking Queensberry rules, it's your offense that wins you the fight. But Cannonier's defense was beautiful. I mean, I've got to tell you, he took some really hard shots, but he slipped a whole bunch of them, and his takedown, his wrestling defense was nearly perfect. I have to say that to Jared. You guys know I'm a homer. You know I'm Team Kelvin, but I still want to give Jared his credit, and to give him his credit, you got to understand how well Kelvin fought. Kelvin did everything right. My big fear going into this fight, as a Kelvin advocate, was that he doesn't mix things up. When he does mix things up, it's very well. He doesn't have to get those takedowns with the double leg or the single leg to the body locks. He doesn't have to drag his opponent to the mat, but he must threaten it at all times. And when Kelvin's not out there threatening, the wrestling, the hands and the kicks just don't come together the same for him. So when he does put them together and make sure that he's mixing of the arts, gets damn good results. This was one of those situations. Kelvin did everything right. There was nothing after that fight to take him back to the hotel, sit him down in front of the computer, open this up, replay it, and show him what he did wrong. He didn't. Kelvin did everything right. He brought his skills. That was his best effort. He held up in championship rounds. He got knocked down, I believe it was in the fourth round. He spun around, popped to his feet to the point that it even impressed Paul Felder. Paul Felder's hard to impress with toughness because Paul's so goddamn tough. Paul was impressed. Kelvin wrestled. Boom, Chael got what he wanted. Cannonier did a great job defending. He stopped a lot of those takedowns. One time that he did go down, I also believe that was the fourth round, he pops right back up. Cannonier I'm talking about now. Cannonier didn't do hips forward, hand fight, turn and face your opponent, cut back. No, he used the fence. He used the fence as a tag team partner. If you're a fighter and or a trainer, go and watch the stand-up that Cannonier did. It's not on accident. Many guys are doing this. I maintain that Bisping started it. Bisping was the first guy to realize if I can get to the fence, I can get up to my feet really easy. Because now he can't push me forward. He can't knock me off balance as I'm stepping one foot at a time. Cannonier did that. Look, Cannonier looked awesome. He really did. I maintain for you that one of the reasons that Cannonier is so good with the intangibles, which is the conditioning, which is the heart and is the toughness, largely has to do with him changing weights from heavyweight to 205 down to 185. The discipline that it takes, the hard work and the effort that it takes to beat the scale has a built-in byproduct that it helps your cardio tremendously. So, I share that because Kelvin is now 5-6. He's won one match of his last 6. He's still a main event guy. He went into this fight ranked number 3 in the world. He will come out of it no lower than 4th, and he might swap with Cannonier and go to 5. He's a top 5 guy. So if you go read his record, you're going to be greatly misled. It is one of the most deceptive records in all of MMA. I forgot it was true. I forgot that he has lost 5 of his last 6. I didn't know until I saw it on paper, and I didn't think it was right. And I looked a little, oh, no, that is right. But he's fighting the hardest guys in the hardest position, which is the main event, sometimes on short notice, sometimes extremely little notice. He's doing everything right, and his skills look fantastic. He ran into another stud. It's as simple as that. In life, particularly in sport, is not as easy, and it's not as obvious as looking at a result and using that as an indicator to the performance. As an athlete and a coach, you want your guy or yourself to go out there and focus on the performance, not the outcome. When you start thinking about how is this going to go and what is the outcome, and you start to get nervous, you start clinging to, I just can't lose, I just have to win. You don't go out there and flow, and you don't go out there and perform. I thought his performance was very good. I mean, I must say that. The number 3 guy taking on the number 5 guy, stuff's going to happen, and stuff did happen. I do not agree with the narrative that this was a runaway fight by Cannonier. That's just simply not what I saw. And even if the judges and the announcers, even if I'm on my own here, I got one piece of support, which is the strike count. Kelvin had the strike count in his favor. 2 takedowns to none, just by example. 200 punches thrown to 280 by example. 89 landed to 71 landed by example. So I was seeing this the right way. I wasn't looking through some kind of rose-colored glasses. It was a close fight. I don't dispute the outcome. I'm sharing with you in case you guys missed it. This is what happened. It was a great fight with 2 great guys. The right guy won.